Recently, the man himself, Mark Zuckerberg, the president, CEO, founder, co-founder of Meta, used to be Facebook, came out and had some very good opinions and some not so good opinions on the Apple Vision Pro. I do not own neither of these devices. Just simply watching from a distance, I do not think I will own any of them. I also would like to propose the idea that Neuralink, which is the chip implanted in your head, a company owned by Elon Musk, will be more popular than these headsets. Because have you seen all these people complaining about the comfort of that thing? If you are able to interact with the Neuralink in your head, like these devices, you could watch all these movies and it comes on your eyeballs somehow, or you can control your computer with it somehow. People are not going to buy this because it's uncomfortable. You cannot wear it for long. The battery is this big old pack of battery that's on your freaking back pocket. You know, makes your eye tired and all of this thing. Anyways, let's get into Mark Zuckerberg reacting into the Apple Vision Pro.
So yeah, Quest 3 does. All right, guys. So I finally tried Apple's Vision Pro. And, you know, I have to say that before this, I expected that Quest would be the better value for most people since it's really good and it's like 7 times less expensive. But after using it, I don't just think that Quest is the better value. I think that Quest is the better product, period. And, you know, the different companies made different design decisions for the headsets. They have different strengths. But overall, Quest is better for the vast majority of things that people use mixed reality for. Now, my friend Kenny is actually capturing this video on Quest's high-resolution mixed...
I must say, they both look goofy wearing it. The Apple Vision Pro Plus X, Y, and Z Extreme looks goofy as hell wearing it. And this Quest 3 Beta X, Y, and Z also looks goofy wearing it. They both look crazy. And I've worn the Quest before, although I do not own it. I've worn it. I've played games in it. It's also uncomfortable. You cannot wear that thing for that long. Maybe it's not meant to be worn for long, but it's not going to be the same value as your phone. You see how much time people spend on their phone nowadays? This headset goggle thing is not it.
Reality pass through right now. We're just here in my living room, and you can see his browser windows and whatever else he's got running up here. So yeah, Quest 3 does high quality pass through with big screens, just like Vision Pro. But we also designed it to be great for a lot of other things, moving around, playing games, hanging out with friends and socializing, working out, and more.
Even though the Quest 3 might do some of the same thing as the Apple Vision Pro, Apple is better at designing UI UX. They are so much better. Everything that Apple do on a software standpoint is so much better. It's like simple. The people are already used to it. Meta is into software as well, but they're in a whole different category. When it comes to like devices that interact with the hardware and consumer, Apple just will be Meta on that front. I don't think they can compete unless they come up with some wild thing that just Apple just simply cannot compete with. But when it comes to familiarity, people are already familiar with the Apple interface and the GUI and where to find X, Y, and Z, and it can interact with your phone and it can interact with your Apple MacBook. I don't think Meta can compete on that realm.
Quest, I think is just a lot more comfortable. We designed it to weigh 120 grams less, which makes a really big difference on your face. There's no wires that get in the way when you move around. It's a big deal. Our field of view is wider, and I found our screen to be brighter also. I also noticed that Apple's headset has this motion blur as you move around, which Quest is just a lot crisper. Now, Apple's screen does have a higher resolution, and that's really nice. But I was surprised by how many trade-offs they had to make to the quality of the device and the comfort and ergonomics and other aspects of the display and art.
I do not know whether or not this argument is true. I've not worn the Apple Vision Pro Plus X Max, so I could not argue on the fact on how comfortable it is. The Quest 3 is not that comfortable, at least for my big head. I've tried it before, and that was probably like a year ago. I've tried it. I've played with it, or Quest products in general. I've played the Ninja Slice Fruit thing and the thing that was popular. I think it was a piano play keyboard music thing. I've tried that crap, okay? And after like a couple minutes, like 30 minutes, close to like 45 minutes ish, like I was getting tired. I was getting dizzy. of just being in this thing. Like for me personally, it's not for me. Maybe for you, everybody has their thing. But to me, that's not it. Also, he's right. I don't know why Apple had to put the battery pack on the corner. Like they couldn't just implement it somewhere in the goggle itself. I don't know why it's a questionable design to me.
Facts in order to get to that. Now, for input, Quest supports precision controllers that are great for games. Both headsets support hand tracking, but I found ours to be a little more accurate. Apple's eye tracking is really nice. We actually had those sensors back in Quest Pro. We took them.
Have you heard of the term the zucking? That's the reason Mark Zuckerberg is studying the Apple Vision Pro X Max Plus, because he's about to zuck it. Same thing happened to Snapchat. Snapchat came out with the feature where it doesn't keep the messages, it disappears, or you'll keep scrolling and la la la. And TikTok came out with the 10-second video. Every single new social media platform that has came out since Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg has implemented within Instagram. All the feature from Snapchat are now Instagram. The same things that happens in TikTok is now on Instagram. It's called Reels now. Like that's what Mark Zuckerberg do. Even the employees have come out talking about how Mark Zuckerberg is pushing them to, find alternative to things, to new social media apps that are already popular. So basically copycatting.
Out for Quest 3, and we're going to bring them back in the future. It's a nice interface. It's not perfect for everything though. For typing or complex tasks, you're going to want things like hands or a keyboard or controllers or eventually a neural interface for those kind of inputs. Quest's immersive content.
You see what he just said there? A neural interface, which is why I was talking about the Elon Musk thing. I think in the future, that freaking chip in the brain, I will never opt in for that till the day I die. But people will start opting for it because it'll seem convenient. Maybe in the future, you'll get government grants to go get it done, or government grants because you got it on the top of your brain. Maybe employers will start paying you more because now you are twice as efficient. You can get more done within your head. Now you are superhuman. You are a computer and a human being. I don't know. Just me theorizing. But if I had to place my bet, I'll bet on that being more popular than these goggles when it comes to this computer and human being integrated together.
Library is a lot deeper. We've been working with studios building virtual and mixed reality games and other content for a long time now. And if you want to watch YouTube or play Xbox on a big screen anywhere you go, that's only available on Quest for now. So, when I look around, it seems like there are a lot of people who just assumed that Vision Pro would be higher quality because it's Apple and it costs $3,000 more. But, honestly, I'm pretty surprised that Quest is so much better for the vast majority of things that people use these headsets for with that price differential. Now, look, I know that, some fanboys get upset whenever anyone dares to question if Apple's going to be the leader in a new category. But the reality is that every generation of computing has an open and a closed model.
When the iPhone first came out, people did talk about it in the same light. I think Apple doesn't have the same engineering that it used to. Apple stopped innovating a long time ago, in my personal opinion. The freaking iPhones start to look exactly the same, which is the same reason why I haven't updated this phone. It's like you're getting the same freaking features. Why would I pay extra money when I'm basically have the same thing that you do? I stopped obsessing about the latest iPhone. Oh, the iPhone 12 came out, I gotta get it. The iPhone X, Y, and Z came out, Max X plus Z, I have to have it. Like, it's, to me right now, it's useless. Like, I have my iPhone 12. I think it's a Pro, cool, or iPhone 12 regular. I'm like, cool. I'm cool with it. I don't need the iPhone 15. It's like the same shit. It has, what's new? You want me to get the one with the glass in the back or titanium on the back? Like, there's no innovation happening. And I think Apple is more focused on subscription-driven model. I don't know if you follow their stock or follow their reports. That's where Apple is focusing. They're focusing on the Apple TV Plus. Everything got to have a goddamn plus behind it. Goddamn it. They're focusing on Apple Music. They're focusing on Apple Arcade Plus. They're focusing on Apple whatever iCloud Plus Extreme. That's where Apple is making money. Apple is not really focusing on producing hardware. They're trying to get you into this ecosystem to where they get you into the subscriptions models, because subscription makes a lot of money. It's reoccurring and you only do the shit once. and that's it. They keep making money.
In mobile, Apple's closed Model 1. But it's not always that way. If you go back to the PC era, Microsoft's open model was the winner. And in this next generation, Meta is going to be the open model, and I really want to make sure that the open model wins out again. The future is not yet written. So, I want to take a moment to just thank everyone who's been building with us for more than a decade. That goes for both Quest and the Ray-Ban Meta glasses, which are doing way better than I even hoped that they would. As the old saying goes, the best way to predict the future is to invent it. So I'll see you all out there.
I hope you don't get the wrong idea when he says open source, because by open source, usually when we mean open source software, meaning that it's widely available to the public. I think he means that it's open source to the point where you can develop apps for it, like a Microsoft, you can develop software for Windows, and you can develop software for Windows where people can download it and so forth and so on. I think that's more what he means when he says open source, not open source to the terms of, this project is open source and it's being updated by the community and the community can see its source code. Because Meta, just like Apple, Meta makes its money from getting information from users and gathering information from users and getting their data. Meta and Apple are beefing because Apple had this whole privacy update to curtail companies like Meta from collecting data from users. And that hurt Facebook market share for a little bit, or how much revenue they were generating because they could not collect as much information from users. And the ads targeting wasn't as accurate because they did not know who they were targeting. Now with this device, guess what? It's smart. It's the best thing that could happen to Meta because now Apple simply cannot stop them from collecting data because it's their own device. They literally own it. It's the best play for Meta, Facebook, Instagram, and all of it, because once you have this device in your head, all the data goes back to them. They can deliver ads however many times they want to your freaking eyes right there. I think this is like a big ad play for them. Also, I think that they may be interested in the metaverse and they might see it as a big thing, but I think they see it more as a play for ads, because once you have your own device and you control that platform, nobody can tell you how to control it, I guess, besides the government. But yeah, let me know what you think. Which one would you prefer? Would you prefer the $1,300 or whatever, $3,000 versus $500? Which one would you prefer? 500 versus $3,000. Apple or Meta? Would you rather the fanboy device, or would you rather sell your ads? Let me know down below. I want to know what you think. I think it's an interesting race. I think it's good for technology when two freaking multi-billion-dollar companies are competing. It will bring out new innovations. It will bring out new technology that I would be excited to play with. I hope they bring out some things that can be used as well in the corporate world, where I don't have to spend my own money and the companies will provide it. Yeah, let me know what you think. Are you willing to try any of these devices? Are you going to have any of these devices in the long term? Will you ever have a Neuralink chip implanted in your brain? I want to know. I want to find out. Communicate with me. Let's be friends. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, I'm going to catch you next time.